So right now it's tomorrow for you. It's not tomorrow for me. I'm recording this at the end of the recordings of yesterday because I'm hyperfixated on it right now. Also, I heard someone says that people who are not recognized with ADHD should not say hyperfixated. So I apologize. I'm really into it right now, and I will not do anything, for example, opening my luggage, eating food, or anything else until I at least record a lot of videos, because suddenly this is getting interesting and then it will not be interesting for like 2 months, which is hell, because a lot of people told me that if you want to do content creation, you have to have consistency. A lot of people do it for 5 years, really scheduled and programmed, and I don't think I've ever done anything 5 years programmed scheduled. I mean, maybe music, but like that's it. That's where it ends. But anyways, so let me talk about university. I'm going to title this section University. When my mom was a student, she was a medical student, they had a dormitory. And there were like 8 girls in one room, which is crazy. And I'm grateful that I have only me and the voices in my head in this room. But she had like 7 other roommates, and there were 8 of them. And they had one fridge. And they cooked together. But then at the weekend, where they didn't really feel like cooking, they opened the fridge and they ate whatever there was. And the food's name, basically the leftovers, were called the fridge in the week that passed by. And I'm going to name this video the university in the semester that passed by. Wow, that's crazy. That's I have a lot to say. So last semester was my first semester. This is my second semester, and I still haven't given up, which means that I'm probably on the right path. No, I am. If there's one thing in my unsophisticated, really annoying and frustrating. So what did I do? We have a really interesting university. It's not like other universities. It's not like the other universities. No, but like for real, it has a different curriculum. It has like 3 modules. Each have like 5 weeks, and then 4 to 5 weeks, and then you have an exam and you go to the next module, and then you have an exam and you go to the next module. But you also have 2 other lessons, like courses, that you have for the whole semester. And you also have like a project that you have to do each semester, and also you have to do like a bunch of workshops and stuff. So yeah, it's really not like the other girls. So our modules in the first semester were basically, should I say this? I think it's allowed. Anyways, so I had piano as in minor instrument. I do play the piano personally, and it was also my major instrument in the future semesters, like the semester and the ones in the future. But I changed that to vocals. Why? Because I love challenge, I guess. Anyways, we also had history of popular music, and that was really interesting. The name talks about it. We studied history of pop music. But the interesting thing about it was the final exam. The whole thing was really interesting. Because, like, imagine it was the last class of the week, the history of popular music. And it was until, I think, 6 p.m. So, like, from 4 to 6, something like that. So, it was late, and also the last class of the week was still interesting, and you would not get bored. So, you have to be really good to pull that off. So it was really interesting. But the most interesting part was the exam at the end, which was our teacher, our professor. Sorry, fresh out of school. Our professor said that we can do a presentation of anything related to music that interests us personally, and I chose the role of brainwave manipulation in enhancing music's enjoying qualities. That was not the actual name. The actual name was a bit darker, but I'm not going to talk about it. But it was about brainwaves and music, and how can music change your natural brainwaves in order to change your mood from, for example, sleepy to focused, etc., etc., and scientifically proven, even though it's like a new field yet. It's called neuroacoustics, and it's interesting. So anyways, that was my favorite part of the class, where I could talk. I like talking, actually. I like talking in front of real people, or maybe in my head when I'm imagining people. Like right now, I'm imagining a fake audience. But what I don't like is, like, taking a camera, like, hey guys, come with me to, like, I don't like that. There's something in me that doesn't like something in that. Thanks. So that was my 2 classes. Then we had music analysis. We had music analysis, and we also had ear training, which I was scared for my life in that class throughout the whole semester. So here's the thing about me. I'm really good at theory. I'm not so good at ear training. Ear training will be the death of me. My ears are not trained. My ears come from the wild, wild east, actually. So my ears are not trained. And so every exam of ear training is like, am I gonna fail? Am I gonna pass? Can I make this up? Can I do this or not? So yeah, I go through university on a basis of existential crisis to existential crisis. But anyways, so we had the ear training class, which was where they said if you can't sing it, it doesn't exist, and probably most likely I don't exist and my ideas don't exist, because 90% of the time I can't sing it. At least I can't sing it right. So I have an idea and I sing something. Because my ears are not trained that well, I sing something else, which is also a good thing, but it's not the thing that was in my head. We also had choir. Also another interesting experience. I did do choir before, back home, before I come to Germany, but it's always lovely to do choir. Actually, I'm gonna do choir this semester too, because like you see, we have ensemble, but ensemble is basically when you have the orchestra and the instrumentations, like it's a band or something in some sense. And I checked the ensemble plan, and everyone has like vocals and some instruments, but me and one of my classmates and 2 other people of my class, which are also my classmates, but this one is my friend, and these 2 are like classmates. We are the only group of 4 who are all vocals. So who's gonna play? I think it's going to be choir again. It's choir all over again. Choir will not go extinct. It will just move from one semester to another, and that is the choir's law of consistency. I hope I said the name right. So anyways, don't mind me. I studied these sciences in another language. So that was university, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10 for the first semester, because wow, we had 2 karaoke nights. Amazing. Okay, no, actually I will give it 9. I will say why 9, but like, yeah. So the university is great, right? The classes are really fun. The teachers are really cool, and the students too. I like the place. I like the city of the place, which is a bonus because I hated the city of my previous university because it was so dry, but I like it here. So these are the good parts, and now to the bad parts. You would think that when I come to Germany, and this is like Germany, right? And I'm sorry, but my only exposure to Germany was what I saw Germany be like through the American lens and through the American, like the US media and the movies and the animations that I saw from there. So my thought process of Germany as a whole country was close to, have you watched Pitch Perfect 2? This machine sound? Yeah, that. So strong, cool, organized, disciplined, and capable, and they really had to win, but because this is a story where authenticity means more, so the group that was actually way better will now win for some reason. So yeah, I mean, like, everyone should know that in Pitch Perfect 2 the German group was supposed to win. Like, everyone was rooting for the German group, right? Like, I know I was even before I even think about going to Germany, so like that is not a factor. So anyways, so that was my thought process about Germans. But Germans are nothing like that. Well, in some senses. And they're really pretty, I would say, conventionally attractive, because probably attractiveness came from them. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, they have like blue, green, gray eyes that are big, and they have like really good skin, and they have like really nice hair, and they're pretty. But apart from that, they're not serious at all. They joke all the time. I would say I am more okay, no, I'm not. I'm a clown, but they're also not serious, so that was false advertising. And also, they are not disciplined. They're not disciplined. If you don't believe me, S-Bahn, Deutsche Bahn. What? The buses. Mind-blowingly out of plan. Now take that, and I would right now organize any German place that I see into two groups. It's either Deutsche Bahn kind of discipline or the Das machine kind of discipline. And my university is very much Deutsche Bahn. So much you would think that the organization is paying it directly. It's not. But why? Why? Can you believe that my second semester is starting? I got all my classes, I enrolled in them. From tomorrow I'm going to go to class. But I still haven't got some of my scores from last semester. Mind-blowing. Freaking mind-blowing. And so I had some band practices. This is why I deducted 1 score. I had some, okay, it's not some, like 3 or 4 or 5 even, band practices where I booked a room. So in our university, you can book a studio or a room where you can go and practice with your band, right? So they're literally for this reason. I booked a room, not 3 days in advance, not 4 days in a week in advance. And each time I went there, I had a problem. Each time, and not one time, okay, no, except for the last time where I emailed them and I documented the whole thing. Except for the last time, not one time did they give me the room that I asked for. Not even one time. And if you do like some planning and stuff, you know how hard it is to get like 4 to 5 people to be at the same place at the same time. And imagine you make everything work and then suddenly, oh, sorry, we don't have a room. There has to be a problem in the system. I don't care about the problem. Yes. So that was a problem. I deducted 1 point for that. Like, there is no organization. Like, there is no discipline. Anything in that university. But the vibes are cool as hell. So the people are really cool. Not organized, but they're cool. And they're funny. And they're pretty. So I think that evens out. So it's still a 9 out of 10. But it's not a 10 out. It could be a 10 out of 10 if they were like more disciplined. Which is so weird because it's everything I did not expect. The more you know. But like that was my classes. So I still haven't got the scores of 4 of my workshops and classes. But we'll see. Bye.